Greetings and welcome once again to my new calculus channel. My name is John Gabriel. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic I've talked about before actually, and it's called my historic geometric theorem. And I hope you can all hear me because I'm holding the mic pretty close. Okay, so this theorem basically shows you and proves to you that the morons of the last 200 to 300 years, 400 years in fact, never knew why calculus works. Yes, they've used the results. The results are generally correct, but they haven't had a clue and they've never been able to rigorize mainstream calculus. It's still a bunch of bullshit, as you're about to see. So, what does my historic geometric theorem say? It says that the slope of a non-parallel secant line, this line here, okay, this red line, like that, this red line, is equal to the slope of this tangent line, the green line that you see here, okay, this green line, okay, and a difference, which is q of xh, a function in q of xh. This, by the way, is 100% geometric. So it doesn't contain any garbage like differentiation, integration, limits, and infinitesimals. Okay, and you can calculate both the slope of tangent lines and differentiate and integrate. Okay, without infinitesimals, infinity, or limit bullshit. Okay, and it works for every smooth function. By the way, if you do not have smooth functions, you can take your calculus and chuck it out the window. It doesn't work unless a function is smooth over a given interval. Okay? So it doesn't matter that you've got uh, any particular function. As long as it's smooth over interval, this theorem holds. And it's the reason calculus works. Now, did Newton know of this? Absolutely not. Because if Newton knew of this, he wouldn't be talking about evanescent quantities and all that garbage. He was making up hand-waving stories to back up some of the things he had noticed. He didn't know why calculus works. Yes, you heard right, moron. Newton had no clue why calculus works. Neither did Leibniz. Neither did anyone before me. Anyone, including you, you fucking idiot, whoever you are. If you were God, I would call you that, and you told me I'm wrong. So look, if you take the integral, which is the area under this function. Now the integral means you're calculating the area of the derivative function. So the primitive function is x cubed, as you see up here, okay, x cubed. The derivative function is 3x squared. So if you take the arithmetic mean of all the y ordinates under the derivative function and you multiply it by the interval width, that gives you the definite integral. Okay? Do you understand that? I'll give you a link to both these two applets so that you can understand how this works. Doesn't matter how you increase n. This is always true, by the way. See? It's always going to be 7. This q, the sum of these q's are these areas here, and they're not triangles, morons. They're not triangles. They look like triangles, but they're not. Okay, they're exactly the area of these particular orange shades. Right? So do I know better than you? For sure I know better than you, you fucking deluded bastards. Like this little shit here. Look at him, man. I mean, this little queer boy has been spreading lies about me everywhere over the internet. His real name is Markus Klyver. I suspect he's got some Jewish DNA inside him. I don't know. But Sammy Katzman happens to be a good friend of his, of course. Now, these people, these little morons, this guy says he has a master's, but I mean, it's not a master's in mathematics. It's a master's in crap. Okay, because Mathematics ends sort of about halfway through your bachelor's degree. Everything after that, it's not mathematics. It's anything but mathematics. Okay, so the most useful stuff of a BSc math degree is the first 1.5 years. The rest of it is crap, and you don't even need to go to university to learn that. You can teach yourself better by looking at my new calculus channel and reading my articles. Okay, so when you read my articles on academia, like this one here, which is called Google and its Crankbot Gemini, and there are many, by the way, many articles, you'll become wiser than all the morons on Reddit. By the way, Reddit is a shit pile galore. Don't go to Reddit. Anyone can put stuff on Reddit. And it's moderated by mainstream morons, like the little batshit craphead that I just showed you. Little queer guy that I just showed you on my screen. He's probably one of the editors. He's also on Math Stack Exchange. He also used to be on Sci.Math. He's a guy who says 2 times f of x divided by 2 means that 2 is a factor of f of x. Yes, he did really say that. And he has a master's, apparently he has a master's degree from Sweden. Well, you can tell what a shit university it is. And I don't think it's Uppsala, it's another one. Trying to think of it right now, but you can look it up. Anyway, it's crap university at any rate. So now, it doesn't matter what function you have, okay? It doesn't matter what function. You can put any function you like in here. The geometric theorem will work the same. It doesn't change. This q of xh is an expression which means the slope difference, as you'll see in my discussion with this idiotic crankbot of Google, which is called Gemini. Now, I'm giving you an example in front of you here. If you look at this example, the slope of the non-parallel secant with respect to this horizontal black line here, okay, is 75 degrees. And the slope of the tangent line is 63 degrees. But Newton doesn't use slope in terms of degrees or angles. He uses it in terms of rise over run. Otherwise, my theorem would not be true if he used degrees. So it has to be rise over run. Okay, so this is only true if these slopes are expressed as rise over run. Doesn't make sense otherwise. Get that? Okay, so that's what this theorem says. It says that you can take this one particular identity, and from it you can get the derivative by simply subtracting the slope difference from the non-parallel secant line slope, or you can get the integral by multiplying the right-hand side by h. The integral will give you the area under the curve, which is this entire area, green and orange shading. Okay? And I'll give you a link to these two applets. I'll also give you a link to an article that explains this, because most of you are idiots who are not going to get this. Well, you're not going to get this unless you study extremely hard. I mean, if a moron like this couldn't get it and he has a PhD, I mean, what are your chances? Okay? Probably pretty slim. Right. So I'll give you an article for that. And on Sunday, I'm having an online discussion with a PhD graduate on this topic of Google and um, its crankbot Gemini, just to show you that most of the information that comes to you from Google's crankbot is from Reddit, Quora, etc. Can you believe that the idiots at Google paid Reddit $60 million? If they had paid me that, they'd have a reliable math engine, a reliable math AI. But you'll see on Sunday, or whenever I get to load the recorded chat, just how biased this Gemini chatbot has been made against me. So I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to let you wait till the debate, till the informal discussion on Sunday. I am the great John Gabriel. Okay. Yes, this is me. And please, guys, I am living in the poverty range, believe it or not. Okay. get less than $12,000 a year. So what you need to do, what you need to do, is you need to go to my YouTube channel. Okay, you need to click like, become a subscriber. You don't have to pay. You don't need to become a members only uh, uh, subscriber, because then you will need to pay €5 a month. But then you get to see things I don't share with others. Isn't that neat? I'm a kind guy, ain't I? So look, just click like and subscribe so that I can earn little bit more money, and I can enjoy some of the niceties in life. I promise you, if you had to get to know me, you would love me. Anyone who gets to know me loves me. But God help you if you tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, because I'll literally run circles around you. My IQ is above 160, you fucking driveling, sniveling idiots. Don't you dare write on my channel that you know better than me, or that I don't know about limits, or that I haven't studied the stuff. And you feel so smart about yourself, don't you? Idiots. You're psychopaths. Okay? Therapy wouldn't help you because your therapists themselves are also psychopaths. Psychotherapy and psychology are pseudosciences, after all. Pseudosciences. That's right. They're not science. They're pseudosciences. And of course, so is IQ. But I use that to my advantage because most of you don't have a high IQ. I love that. Okay, never mind. I'm John Gabriel. This is New Calculus Channel. Till next time. Till Sunday. Goodbye.